But then again, they'll probably look at us and like, nah, that shit's a scam.
Yeah. I feel like because they look professional,
Right.
it looks legit.
Yeah.
You come in
Like the way I'm at, like right now, they'll be like, hell
it's a
nah.
scam.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Rick and Riyah show podcast. Either one. I know we got one of them. Or it could be both. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys for checking it out, man. Make sure you give us that SCL special. If you don't know, subscribe, comment, and like. And if you're listening to the audio, check us out on Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And we are live and we lit. Hopefully we can get... yeah. Don't get me started, though. Yeah. Hopefully we can give y'all a good show today, man. And, as usual, talk about some things that we go through on a daily basis, man. And talk about some quality life, I guess. But I know before the podcast got started just now, you said today feels like a Monday. Why does it feel like a Monday? Today is actually Friday.
Feels like a Sunday, I guess.
Feels like a Sunday?
I have to go back to work tomorrow. So tomorrow's actually my Monday.
So you're saying
tomorrow's the start of my week.
So because you got to go back to work is why it's Sunday.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go back to work tomorrow.
No.
Why you think people? Why you think people don't like Mondays or their Mondays?
Because after you took a break, you have 2 days off.
Yeah.
You're starting to try to relax, and it's like, damn, now I gotta go back.
Right, because that first day you don't really. I always think you don't really get to enjoy it. Like you don't really get to feel that first day.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like on a weekday. Because then you got to go try to run your errands.
Yeah, I feel like I don't ever have a day off. Because on my day off, I have to do everything that I don't get to do during the week. So I don't get a day off. I don't get to just sleep all day or just watch TV all day or do anything that I want to do. I just have to run errands all day.
You just be running around, dog.
Yep.
Wild coyote. Just.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I feel probably for most people. And that's why they get up on them Mondays or their Mondays. Everybody Mondays is a different day of the week. And just be like, God damn, I don't want to go to this shit today.
Yeah. Back to chaos, pretty much.
Back to the spot. I mean, unless you really love what you're doing.
I don't know who loves what they're doing.
I mean, somebody got to love what they doing, man. You just can't. I
don't love going to work.
At all.
I hate it.
Why you hate it, man?
Because
what?
I just don't enjoy it. It's not something that I want to do.
I mean, what don't you enjoy about it?
I just don't like the interaction with other people that I have to deal with, especially when it's rude people or...
So what's the rudest somebody has ever been to you? Like, what they said? Oh, you got it. Hold on.
I got cursed out before. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I
know you got cursed out. But you got to tell the story about the dude that you almost bit his finger.
Oh, my God. No, he almost...
Oh, he almost bit your finger.
Bit my finger. It was so weird.
He almost bit your finger.
I don't know. It's just...
You got to tell that story.
That was traumatizing.
You like a great storyteller. So you got to tell that story of the dude trying to bite your finger.
Well, it's kind of hard because I'll have to get up and, show you. But, I guess.
Nah, just do, the hand action,
So I was at work.
Yeah.
This was last week? I don't even know when this was. But I was just walking in the store. And I think I had just got there. I don't even remember. So I was walking through the store. And this man was, walking towards me. And I'm, trying to walk around him because I see him, just walking straight. So I'm like, oh, let me move to the side. So when I moved to the side, he went up to me. He's like, hey, hey. And I was like, and I just stopped and I looked and I was like, and I was like, yes.
Right.
And he was like, I just want to know I forgot what he asked me for.
Okay.
He asked me, I don't remember, but he asked me where something was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's right over there. And then when I pointed,
right.
He was really close to me too. So I was like, oh, it's right over there. Right. And when I literally put my hand up, he just turned his head. He was like right into my finger, and I was like, and I pulled my hand back, and I was like I was shocked. I didn't even know what to do. And he was like, okay, thank you. And then he just walked off, and I was like, what? I was like, what just happened? Like, if I wouldn't have moved my finger, I felt like he would have bit me, because he literally just turned his head and like went to bite my finger, and I was like,
whoa.
It's just shocked. I was just shocked.
Man, that's crazy.
And it was like, I think I had just got there, so it was early, and I still wasn't in like
work mode.
Work mode.
Yeah.
So I was still kind of like irritated, because I'm like, damn, I'm here. I don't want to fucking be here.
Right.
And like, I don't know, I just was not in the mood. And then when he did that shit just fucked me up. I was like, who does that?
Right.
And he just laughed and just walked off. He's like, thank you. And just walked off. And I'm like,
Man.
I was just standing there like, I didn't know what to do. And then it was just so awkward. I just ran in the back because I didn't know what else to do.
Right.
And I just had to sit back there and process what just happened. I was like, did this man almost bite me?
Yeah, he tried to take your finger off. Dog.
Did he almost just bite me?
Yeah, you should have let him bite you. Then you could probably sue. They'd be like, I got attacked at work.
That would just be embarrassing. Like, I wouldn't even want to tell anyone that. Like, this is so embarrassing. I wouldn't even have wanted to notify anyone about it.
Like, hey, sorry, I just wanted to report
like, this man just bit my finger. Like, that's weird.
I was like, you just be like, I just want to report that someone bit my finger.
I feel like they wouldn't
what?
even,
Yeah,
management would be like, management would have been tripping. They would have been like,
what?
Like, we need to see that in the camera.
Right.
I wish I would have asked him if I could look at the camera to just watch
what he did,
the reaction of
right.
to just watch myself again, see what I did.
You probably was like, you know that meme that they got where the question marks just pop around your head. You probably was like, what?
Yeah, I was just. That was one of the weirdest things that's happened to me.
Let me tell you what's one of the weirdest things happened to me at work. Right, so we was doing, so I'm a manager, and I got to do one-on-ones with all my drivers or my employees. So I'm doing my one-on-ones, right? And one of the themes of our questions this year as we do our one-on-ones is like, hey, asking a driver, like, hey, what's your favorite song? Right? So, I'm going through my one-on-ones, talking to a few drivers.
Wait. But what's the purpose of asking them what's their favorite song?
So it's like not to just make it all job
to know
specific.
Them?
Yeah. Like you don't want to just make it all job specific. Like, hey, how you feel at work or what your peers about, or like you just want to do something to build some type of rapport and build a background with them. But
right.
So that's why we every year they kind of choose like different questions to ask. You know what I'm saying? Even though I ask a bunch of my own questions, but anyways, I'm like going through my my whole spiel, and I'm talking to drivers. A lot of them like jazz. These older guys, right? So a lot of them like jazz. A lot of them a couple of them like hip hop, and one of them I got to one of the guys. He's like one of the senior guys, right? And I'm talking to him. Number one thing, I got to set it up because he did not even want to do the one-on-one, right?
Right.
Because he just wanted to get in and get out of there. He was like, man,
fuck this one-on-one.
Like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't like this job anyway. You know what I'm saying? But he been there a long time. I think he got to be up there like 22 years or something like that, right? So I'm doing this one-on-one with him, and he was like, we don't need to do no one-on-one. I just sign off on it, right? I was like, all right, I'll let you sign off on it if you tell me what's your favorite song, right? And guess what his response was?
I already know because I asked you. Or because I guessed it the last time.
No, this is a different one. I ain't tell you this one.
This is a different one.
Yeah. So guess what his response was?
The other one was Sweet Home Alabama.
Right.
All right, I need to know. It's going to sound racist as hell. What is his background?
He's white.
He's white.
Yeah, he's white guy.
How old is he?
I got to say somewhere in his 50s. Got to be in his 50s. Early 50s, too. Probably like 53, 54.
I would still say Sweet Home Alabama, but let me see.
One of my drive. You did guess that one on the head. That was funny
crazy.
as hell. I was like, man, I wouldn't.
So this seems like...
I know you ain't going to get this one, but when I tell you what it was, I'm gonna tell you
Is
why
it
it's so
hip-hop?
funny, huh?
It's hip hop then.
Nah, it's not hip hop. I know you're not gonna guess it, but I'll let you try.
Okay,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like I need more clues. So he's
He's white.
older
Older white guy.
55.
I want to say it got to be like rock. I want to say
like
the song is
rock?
rock. I want to say the song is rock. And y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, man. But
Do you know the song personally? or
no,
you
because
didn't
I
know
mean,
the song?
I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't even know the song, but when he said it, I took offense to it. Like I was like upset when he said what the song was. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like I was upset.
Oh shit! Hold
You know
on,
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
think.
And the reason why I was upset, like once I say the song name, you gonna get why I was upset. And
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't know because I was gonna say like if it's rock, I was gonna say
what would you say?
I'm a
it was rock?
creep
I'm a creep.
or creep, something like that. Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't that.
Okay.
So, like I said, he didn't want to do the one-on-one. So he was like, I'll just sign off on it. I was like, all right, well, at least tell me what your favorite song is, right? He was like, I don't really got a favorite song like that. And I was like, well, at least give me a genre. He was like, I think he said rock, not to be wrong. And I was like, all right, man, you got to give me a song. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do the one-on-one, you got to give me a song, right? And then he told me, he was like, the song that he chose was Take This Job and Shove It.
What song is that?
I didn't even think that was a song. I'm like,
So
huh?
what did you say?
I was like, what? I was like, and I told him, I was like, excuse me? He was like, you can take this job and shove it. So I'm thinking the
You're
whole
like,
time.
damn.
I'm thinking the whole time he
That
talking
he's,
about
like,
saying
saying it,
like take the job, like you could like tell the job kiss my ass. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna answer your question, right?
Right.
So I asked him a third time. I was like, what's the song name? He was like, you can take this job and shove it. And I was like, bro, this cannot be a song.
Did you ask him like, oh, that's the name of the song, or
No,
you're
I
telling
didn't
me
even
to
ask
shove
him
it?
what the name of the song. I was like, and my response was like, damn, you don't like the job like that? He was like, he started laughing. He was like, no, man, it's a real song by Johnny something, by Johnny somebody. And then immediately he signed off on it, and I started to Google it just to see if he wasn't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And I looked it up, bro. It's literally a song called
Really?
Take This Job and Shove It.
I need to hear it now.
Like, you can take this job
Damn,
and
you
shove
should
it.
have had it out so you could
Yeah,
play it.
that shit was crazy. I was like, man.
So who is it by?
It's by this dude named Johnny something. Johnny, let me see if I could look it up real quick, man. But it was so crazy because, like, literally,
That's like the best answer
yeah.
that anyone could give.
I was like, man, you can take this job and shove it by Johnny. Hey, guess what the dude name is? Dude name is Johnny Paycheck.
What?
Like, why would you?
That sounds like a song I would want to listen to.
Like you.
Did you listen to it?
I didn't even get a chance to listen to it. It reminded me today when you talked about when we brought up the dude biting your finger, and I was like, you know what? I never even told you about this story about the dude
That's so
talk about the
funny.
job, and it was crazy. Like I didn't even know it was a real song. Like I swear I thought he was talking about like
I'm gonna listen to it after
he going
this.
he's like, man, you could take this job and shove it. And I'm just like,
You're like,
I'm like, damn, man. Like, I mean, shit, you been here 22
damn, I'm just
years,
doing
bro.
my job,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm like, you been here 22 years. Like, you got to like something about the job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Funny.
yeah, and he kept saying it. He said it 3 times. And I was just like, all right. And
that's
then
so
that's when I
awkward.
asked him, I was like, man, and that's what I said, you hate the job that much? He was like, no, man, it's like a real song. And I was just like, clueless. So what I learned from that is like, man, hey, what's crazy is, and here's another thing that's crazy about that, right? It's like, and I hate to make it like a race thing, but like majority of like all the white drivers that I took
Tell you what?
that I not picked, did my one-on-ones with. Majority of all them, they all pick
Country songs.
country songs
Rock.
or like rock right there. But I had one driver.
That boy picked Lil Boosie.
Hey, that boy, he ain't big Lil Boosie, but I think it was like 50 Cent or something like that. and I was just surprised. And not
That boy
saying
said
that
50 Cent, many men.
many men wish that upon me. I was just like, and then I'm trying to look at him. I'm like, when would you be listening to 50 Cent? Like, what kind
Right.
of situations you would be in where you gotta listen to 50 Cent?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where would you be at listening to 50 Cent?
Yeah.
And I was just, it was shocking. But you know, majority of my my black folks, man, they was pretty much all. Well, I wouldn't even say all hip hop because quite a few of them was listening to jazz and gospel music. So, and I was a little.
Interesting.
I thought that was interesting too. So I was like, man, what would these cats be listening to? And then one of my boys, who I talk to, I see him every day, and we chop it up. That boy was like, man, give me that DJ Khaled. God did. He was like,
This.
God did. We the best. You know what I'm saying? I say, dang.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, he pulled DJ Khaled out the bag on that one, man. I was like, but I thought that was a pretty interesting question to ask because then you kind of gain some type of musical interest. I think music kind of like dictates like
I could tell
certain people.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell someone's like personality from the music that they listen to.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Like the type of vibe that they're on.
Exactly.
I kind of know.
That's why I say
But that's kind of, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of different because I feel like when people look at me, they don't think that I listen to the music
they
I
listen to like bachata. And
I don't know. Like,
salsa music.
Well, I do.
You be like,
I mean, I do, but I feel like the majority of the music that I do listen to, like, people would never think that I listen to that.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. You bust out there, like, busting out a Yachty song or something like that. They'll be like,
I don't know any Little Boat songs.
You look like you listen to Yachty, though.
I don't know any Yachty songs, unfortunately.
Yeah, you look like you would be in a mosh pit with Travis Scott or something like that.
I know Travis Scott songs, but not really my genre of music.
So it was interesting listening to all the music choices because now I'm like, I know a little bit more about you now. I know your thought process.
Yeah.
When you come in the morning, you know, and surprisingly, it was a couple of Spanish guys that I had, and they all listen to Spanish music. It's like older Spanish artists. So, but it was pretty interesting, and I wanted to go through my whole list. So one of these days, maybe on the next show, I'll bring out the whole list because I still got them like all the songs that people like. And I was like, man, and this might be a driver's playlist, right? And when I mean drivers, I'm talking about truck drivers, over the road drivers, drive long distance. This their playlist, man, and we may just have to bust it out, show what these boys got. You know, sweet home Alabama. Nah, that's what these boys want to listen to, man. I can't knock these boys, man. You know, I be at work and I be like, man, I wonder if these cats even be thinking I'm like a manager. You know, I be walking in there, you know.
Why wouldn't you think you're a manager?
Because like everybody be so uppity. You know what I'm saying? Like even like sometimes like me, when I be there, I be like, man, I don't really fit in with this crowd. Like I got like a street background.
Yeah, but no one knows that. So when you're at work, you're like,
I'm the same way though. I'm
no,
not
you're
like,
not. You don't act the same. Because I've
do.
been around you around your work. You're not the same. No, you have to put on this more professional persona. You don't act
like a
regular like you regularly do. So
it's like a hood dude in a jacket. That's basically what it is. Like you don't know what I got under my jacket. I'm just covering up everything. And that's kind of like what it is.
So you're not acting like yourself. You have to act more professional than you regularly would.
Nah, I don't go in there and be like, yeah.
No, but you don't speak how you would regularly speak. So
yeah, sometimes I do. I'm like, Doc, what up, Doc? What's going on, Doc? I still say that to certain people now.
Right.
Yeah, I can't just go up to the, you know what I'm saying, to them other folks and be like, what up, Doc? I'm like, Excuse me, sir?
Excuse me, Ricardo.
Yeah.
You need to calm down,
Pause.
sir.
You are too
You
lit.
need to go to HR immediately.
You are too lit in this thing. You know, we will have to calm you down. Yeah. Sorry, sir. We'll have to ask you to leave. You know what I'm saying? Do you work here, sir? I guess. But that's how I feel. I be like, man, I don't know if I be fitting in with these cats, man. And I just be looking at it like, dog.
I mean,
How I made it
in a professional setting, you have to act a certain way. So
I just be like, how I made it here all the time. You know, I even be telling my drivers that. I be like, look, man, I don't know how I made it this far, man, to be honest with you. But since I'm here and I got to manage you.
Get your shit together, buddy. You're out the damn door.
Hey, don't make me bring out that pencil.
Do you remember one time you had called up to my job when I was working at the dental clinic?
Oh, yeah.
And I was working
you was
front desk, and I answered the phone, and you hung up on me. You asked for me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, it's me." And then you just like hung up, and I was like, "What the hell? Why the hell you hung up?" And then I called back, and I was like, "Why did you hang up?" And you were like, "Oh, I just called, and someone answered the phone and said they was you, and I know it wasn't you, so I hung up on them." I'm like, "Bro, that was me." Like,
and then that's what I found out. You got a white voice. You got this white person. It's like, hello.
That is my professional voice.
Hello, this is.
I forgot even what the place
dentist.
was. It was like.
It was like a college thing with a
I
dentist.
was working at a pediatric clinic.
Yeah, but I thought it was a dentist.
Yeah, pediatric dentist.
Oh, okay. They did children?
Mhm.
Oh,
The only dental clinics I worked at were only pediatric.
Got you.
Yeah, it was all children, except for when I worked at Rothfield Dental. That was cosmetic dentistry. Right. So that was older people.
Hey, matter of fact, this is why you talking about dentist. The guy who chose the song Sweet Home Alabama, he had a messed up grill. He ended up getting it fixed. He spent $50,000 on it. That boy teeth look good, boy. I say, damn, boy.
50,000.
$50,000, that boy.
Yeah, that boy could have went to Mexico for $5,000. Got a whole new top and bottom.
I seen that boy 2 days ago. I was like, hey, man, show me that grill. That boy was like, hey, that boy couldn't wait to smile. I say, damn. I say, God damn, boy, you look good, boy. Hey, that thing about to be, that body sound came off wrong. Because I was like, damn, they look good.
Why would they come off wrong?
Because I mean, we kind of talked about it before. Like, you can't tell another man. Like, I mean, never mind. That was the other podcast, man. It's a new show, man. Can't relive those dreams, bro. You know.
But yeah, I thought that was funny because I felt like, I mean, I guess I sounded different because that was my professional voice.
Yeah.
Like, hey, good morning. Thank you for calling. Whatever dental. How can I help you?
Can I speak to? I was like, hey, I was like, yo, bitch.
No, you did not.
I was like, yo, can I speak to goddamn Mariah?
And I was like, hello? Oh, this is me. And you're like, and hung up.
Click. I was like, click. And then you called me back. And then
I was like, the fuck?
I was like, what?
Why you hung up? You're like, somebody else answered the phone.
I was like, yeah, that wasn't you.
That wasn't me.
I was like, that wasn't you. He was like, yes, it was. I was like, bro,
yes,
that was not you. He was like, yes, it was. I was like,
you really didn't believe that was me. That's the funny part.
Like, you was like, literally, like, you changed like your whole fucking race like over the phone, like immediately.
You gotta sound professional.
Like, yeah, your whole race would change.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, thank you for calling the dental clinic. The fuck you want?
Hey, just imagine if you call, like, I wouldn't even be upset. Like, some,
That'd
typical person be upset. I'll probably bust out laughing. I'll be like, run that shit back. Run it back. But nah, that's funny as hell. That people just, they like, you gotta completely change who you are sometimes, though.
Yeah.
At work.
I completely change who I am when I go to work.
That's crazy.
Yep. Until I go on break, I'd be like, man, fuck these customers. I can't wait to get out this shit.
They
be like, Mariah, can you come over here? Yes. How can I help you?
You get in the car and breaking and you start bumping that Jeezy.
Yeah, listening to Jesus.
17.5. Hey,
listening to
you in
fucking
you in that shit
selling,
like, man, I gotta
selling
go
dope
sell,
and murdering
you know what I'm
people and
saying?
shit. Then I gotta go inside and
You
be
like,
fucking
man, I'm finna
professional.
go sell some dope.
Guys, how are you doing today? How can I help you?
You like, man, I'm leaving here. I'm about to go sell some dope, man. I'm selling crack. I'm just selling drugs this week, man. Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
But why do we always think about like the illegal crimes that get caught all the time? Like every time we in our community, it's like we always resort to like, hey man, we gonna go sell drugs, or we gonna go rob somebody, or we gonna do some type of scam or fraud or something like that. Like why we don't be thinking about like Ponzi schemes and shit like that, like the other folks.
I don't know.
like we always be doing
I feel like I don't know.
It's like we always be.
I don't think about what is it? White collar crimes or blue collar?
Shit, maybe blue collar.
Is it called blue collar?
Might be blue collar. Y'all can help us out with that one, man. But yeah, I'd be like, man, let me not even put that on wax, man. They might be like, man, this cat go commit wire fraud and shit, man. But yeah, like why we ain't think about that like that? It's like shit, let's fucking do something like go fucking
Fire Fest.
yeah, like a fire fest or something like that. Like why we ain't thinking about nothing like that, like to where that we can get away with something like that, or old girl who started that tech company. This white lady, she started a tech company, and it's supposed to be like a test that tests your blood, and it's supposed to tell you like if you got anything wrong with you, whatever the case may be, right? And I ain't gonna get too deep into the details about the system, but overall the system
was fake.
It didn't work. The system didn't. It never worked. But I think they raised almost like $2 billion or something like that this whole time. And it was basically paying the people that work for the company to keep it under hush that the system don't work this whole time. Why they
So were they giving people results?
Nah, nobody's getting results. I mean, it wasn't even released yet. So what they was doing,
who was paying? People were just investing?
Yeah, the investors. Okay. So it was like,
that's the same thing that happened with the Fire Fest when he was reaching out to people and people were investing. I mean, it sounded like a good idea.
Right.
And
but that's what I'm saying. It's like we don't get away. We don't go do nothing like that. But then again, they'll probably look at us and like, nah, that shit's a scam.
Yeah. I feel like because they look professional,
right.
It looks legit.
Yeah.
You come in
like the way I'm at, like right now, they'll be like, hell,
it's a scam.
Hell no.
I don't believe shit you talking about
at all. Like shit, I ain't giving this cat no money. You know what I'm saying? That's why even when
I feel like if you would come in with a suit in your Mercedes or in your Tesla, oh yeah, it looks more legit. I even saw something on, what was it, on Instagram? There's a video I was looking at yesterday that somebody posted, and it was like the difference between certain realtors. So some realtors be coming out in the suit in their freaking Corvette, and they'll pull up and be like, oh, I'm going to show you this house. We're going to close on this, blah, 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 blah. And they maybe sold 1 or 2 houses. And then on the other hand, you have this other dude come out, the boy in a T-shirt and shorts and sandals and shit in his little Toyota. This boy done sold like 50 houses. And it's just like the difference in appearance. Like I would probably go with the dude with the Corvette because he just looks like, damn, he doing something.
Yeah.
The other dude don't look like he doing shit, but behind the scenes, like he's made more money than the other person.
But I'm
gonna tell you, I feel like it's just like appearance wise, like how it looks.
I ain't going to do with the Corvette.
I'm gonna go with him because I'm like, how he afford it? He must be doing something right.
That means that nigga overcharging people. You know what I'm saying? That is overcharging somebody to get that Corvette. Hey, I'm going with the Toyota. Give me the deal. Get me in and out of here, man. Give me something. You come in.
I feel like when we were looking for houses, the people who showed us, like some of them was looking like a mess. Like I was just like, what is this lady doing? Like,
she just didn't. And that was kind of a referral too. Like I got.
It kind of didn't look like legit. I'm like, what's she doing? She don't even look professional. She ain't even got no business card. When we asked her for a business card, I'm like, what the heck? Like,
I see like something like that, then it's like, all right, man, You got to come with the whole package.
And she was late. I'm like, ma'am.
Come on now. We sitting outside waiting on you. Like, come on, man. You got to be on point. You got to be on point. You ain't no rap artist or no singer or something like that where you could show up 2 hours late.
But then on the other hand, if someone else would have came, dressed to impress in a nice car, like I feel like it would be more professional. I don't know. I feel like I would take them more seriously, I guess, because they look the part, I guess you could say.
Right.
But then they might not be doing shit either. So it's like it's all in.
It's all how you look.
Like how you look at it, I guess.
But then that's also the question that I say, like, for when you, like, building something, right? Like, you trying to promote something or you trying to build clientele or build a fan base. Like, a lot of people would go for, like we talked about, like, they'll pull up in a Lambo to show that, hey, I got it all.
Like, I did it.
I got it.
I'm doing
here.
something.
You know what I'm saying? Versus, like, just pulling up in, something regular.
Yeah.
And trying to get people on board. Because people like lifestyle.
People are visual and they want to see results.
Yeah, I mean,
you want to see it like that. For me, at least, like, I need to see it. I'm not going to believe shit you're saying unless I see it personally. I need to see what you're doing. Now, if you just...
So what you need to see, a bank account?
No, because people be posting fake bank accounts. Like, I don't believe that. I know how to use Photoshop. I know how to use Canva. I can make some
what you needed
bank
them pull
reports
out,
too.
What you needed them pull out 100 stacks in the hand like this?
No, because that could be prop money too.
God damn.
You can get some from Amazon.
God damn, like what they got to do?
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't believe it at all either way because I'd still find like something, like a loophole where I'd be like, nah, that's probably fake.
God
I don't believe you.
Like shit, they got to like give you their credit card, let you spend $10,000 or something.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, like you just ain't gonna believe nobody.
Yeah,
at all.
I don't think I'm just not gonna believe it.
God damn,
I'll probably have to have someone else do it, and then if it works, and I'll be like, okay, I believe it. I'll do it too.
That's the problem with our community.
I'm not gonna do it first.
That's the problem with our community, man. We wait till somebody else do it, and they be like,
because it don't look legit, so I don't want to do it.
Hey man, you
do it first.
Nah, dog, you gotta be the first one to jump in there, man. It's only money.
The scam.
It's only money, dog. You're gonna be able to get it back, dog. That's those Ponzi schemes that people be pulling off.
Them pyramid schemes.
that we can't pull off. Only a certain community could pull that off, man.
Right.
I can't go out there and do that. I want to try it one day though. I just want to like rent a Lamborghini and to shoot like a video. Be like, yerp, this my shit. I'm out here. I'm big. I got it. You want it? I got it. Let's try it. You want it?
What?
Something like that.
Send me $1,000. I'll show you how to get it too.
Send me $1,000 to only to my Cash App. Don't send it nowhere else but my Cash App. You know what I'm saying? You send it $1,000 Cash App to me, I see 2,000 back. You know what they used to be saying that? I'm like, bro, why would you want my $100?
I'd be mad when people be falling for stuff like that. Like, come on. Like, you know damn well.
Nobody from
like, you know better. Like, why would you do that?
I mean, sometimes you gotta
get it.
Sometimes you gotta
understand.
Sometimes
like,
you gotta.
Why would you think that you're gonna give them $1,000 and they gonna send you 10 grand? Like, why would you think that?
Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit, dog.
No, that doesn't make sense.
You gotta risk it, dog.
That does not make sense at all.
You ain't doing that.
That don't even sound. It don't sound right. Like, why would you believe that?
For nothing. And it'd be crazy because cats be like, man, I'm gonna send you. Give me $1,000. I'm gonna send you $10,000 back. Like, what are we doing here? Like, we not doing like.
You're not concerned about how this money's getting,
right?
Where this money's coming from, if there is any money. Like,
man, cats been running off, man, with the check. Did I tell you about the person that called me the other day?
Mm-mm.
So somebody called me the other day, and this is how these scammers getting good, man.
Mm-hmm.
They real good. And the only reason why I went with it because I knew it was a black person.
You say you didn't go with it?
Yeah, the only person I ain't go with it because I knew it was a black person on the line. Just the way he was talking. He ain't pull out his white voice. He didn't pull
like,
out.
hey, dog.
Yeah, he
just
was
get
like,
this shit.
Yeah. So he
I'm gonna
called
give
me.
you 10 grand right now.
Right. Hey, that cat
I
called
need
me.
you to
right?
go to the bank. Give me a check.
Hey, that cat called me. He was like, "Hey, this person named."
He was like, yeah. I just hang up. I just hang up immediately. Like, I don't need to say nothing. I don't want to listen to nothing else,
If
sir.
you would have
Stop.
said that, yeah, that would have been crazy, right? That would have been crazy.
Yeah, this is Jonathan Miller calling from sir. No, I don't want it. I don't need it. Goodbye. Have a great day.
Right.
Be blessed.
Like, bless up. Bless up. Yeah, so he
No.
called me, right? And he jumped on the phone. He was like, "Hey, this is."
Wait, okay, so when he called, it didn't say scam likely.
Nah, it didn't say scam likely. So, and then it was like a local number. So I was like, okay, maybe it's somebody from the job that I ain't got their number because it was around
Oh, it's
that
a
time.
local number, you said.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a local number. So
Okay, what time was it?
the shit was like 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, so 9 p.m., 9:30, and I'm at work, you know. So I'm out there where he.
I'm
called me.
surprised you answered. You don't ever answer like any random numbers.
Nah, I answered it because I mean usually if I'm not at the phone, I mean if I'm at work, I answer something. And plus, you know, if the bill collector's calling you after 9 p.m., then they really struggling.
But sometimes
Anybody-
they do be calling after 9. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. But anyways, okay, go
They
ahead.
don't be calling me, dog.
So you just thought it was from work.
Right. So I'm thinking it's somebody in the job, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, let me answer it real quick. So I answer it, and then the dude jumped on the line. He was like, "Hello, is this Ricardo? Is this Ricardo Orlando?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's me." And he was like, okay, perfect. Glad I got you on the line. I've been trying to reach you, sir, because this guy named Robert Angelo or something like Robert something passed away, and he left you this life insurance
Sure.
policy. He was like, he left you this life insurance policy for, I think, $500,000. Right? He was like, it's free to you. All you got to do is just, you know, let us know that you want it, and you know the $500,000 life insurance policy will be yours, right? And
What did you say? What did you say?
I was like, 500. I was like, who is it again? He was like, Robert something. I don't know what the last.
You should have started crying. I'd be like,
Is that-
oh my God, Robert. God damn. When did this happen, sir?
I should have
When?
been like, damn, they killed
God
my
damn.
boy. Oh, man, you killed them. What y'all doing? Y'all killed my boy. My boy's gone.
I would have just started fucking trolling their ass.
So he was like, yeah, Robert such and such, right? And I'm like, man, I don't know who that is, bro. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know who that is, man. And he was like, yeah, nah, it's all good. I guess you don't have to know him, but he left it for you. And you know, we have your number on here, and we want to know if you want to receive it. And I was like, how much you said it was for again? He said $500,000.
I'm like, damn, I can't do nothing with that, sir. Like,
Hey, I was like, well, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? 500? Yeah. But then he was like, it's just a life insurance policy. Like, you could add it for you and your family. And I was like, well,
shit, I ain't got a family. I don't need that shit.
I was like, well, unfortunately, sir, I already got life insurance.
Right.
I got a policy. I got my family on the policy.
Damn, well, you kind of told on yourself. Maybe there was
Nah, I was
fishing
like,
around to see.
I already
Like,
got
damn, we about to kill this dude tonight.
It wouldn't have went to them anyways.
All right, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm like, I already got life insurance, dog. He was like, hey man, but you know you can pair this with, you can add it on to that. And I was like, look, man, I don't need life insurance. Like, I have life insurance. He was like, but it's $500,000. I was like,
Like that
It could be-
that ain't a lot,
I
sir.
was like, it could
Should've
be-
been like, sir, you know the economy right now. Like, shit, that ain't.
I was like, shit, it could have been 1,000. Like,
Right.
I don't need it right now. I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you sure? I was like, look, man, you got 20 seconds left, man, before I hang up the phone, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, man, I don't need it. Y'all could lose my number. I was like, I don't believe y'all anyways, because you don't even sound
That's what
professional.
you said?
Yeah, I was like, you don't even sound professional, just to
Well,
be honest with you.
what did he say that it didn't sound professional?
He was just like, all right, hold on, let me check this out real quick. and then he was just like fumbling over his words, but
Well,
he
was
had
reading
an
the
accent.
script.
He had it was like a black tone though, you know, like you know when you call somebody and like you just know when you speaking to a brother versus a white
No.
guy, like you.
No, because you didn't know it was me when you called me. Like, you couldn't tell the
Cause
difference.
that's what I'm saying. He didn't have another voice. He didn't have that other voice. Like if you
Okay.
call me on the phone,
Well, it just didn't sound professional.
right,
Okay.
right. And I was just like, and even if it was professional, I would have said no anyways.
Well, right. So when you told him like you don't even sound professional, what was his response?
Oh, I didn't even give him a chance to respond. I was just like,
Man.
hey man. I was just like, hey man, y'all don't even sound professional. I don't know what y'all got going on. And I can hear people in your background. So I'm out. Peace. Hung up.
Mm.
You know, and that was it. He never called me back. He probably was like, God damn, we missed him. I was like, man, y'all wasn't gonna get me anyways. Y'all gotta get somebody named like Bob. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm like, when they see my name,
It sounded like an old person name.
I sound like an old Spanish dude. So they probably
Yeah.
thought they was gonna
Thought they was gonna
just
get
gonna
your
get
ass.
But yeah, they were like, yeah, my friend, I got you. I take it.
That's what he sounded like?
Huh?
That's what he sounded like?
I mean, now that's what some people in the background sounded like. I was like, man, there's like a
Okay.
little call center or something like that. And I'm like,
Like them scams they be having in India?
yeah.
Like that?
Mm.
But he didn't sound...
He didn't sound Indian, but you could hear people in the background sound like that. And you can hear
Mm.
some people in the background that sound like they Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I'm listening to his background because it's a whole bunch of people talking. Like, they too close to each other.
Yeah.
So I can hear everybody talking, and I'm like, nah, man. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was like, nah, you good.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Robert.
Whoever
Robert is.
Whoever Robert is.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to you, man. God damn. They killed my boy, Robert. God damn. Why they did you like that, Robert?
I would want someone to call me just so I could troll. I think that would just be so funny.
Yeah, man. Nah, I almost got caught up on the.
Like, shit, I ain't got shit to do today.
Nah,
I'll go along with the call, and I'm
I almost got caught up on a scam before, though, in my life. You remember?
No. What?
You don't remember? I don't even think. I don't even know if I knew you then, but it was this one time. Like I got this email from these folks from. They had to be from like India or something like that. I mean, not India or wherever they was doing it at, like. But they was sending Africa. Well, them boys huge in Africa, Nigeria, that. So a dude sent me a message. He like, hey man, this person wanted to send you $10,000, $10,000, right? And they want to give you $10,000, but they're gonna send you $50,000 for you to listen.
Get the gift cards?
No, not to go get the gift card. To be like a secret shopper, and they list like the major stores, and this is how I knew.
And you believe that?
Listen, I was like fucking like 17 or some shit like that. Yeah, it was crazy. This shit, man, it like the internet wasn't like what it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit like brand new to me. So I'm like, okay, let me so I email him back. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm interested in it, right? Because I'm thinking it's like a secret shopper, you know, how they used to do secret shopper things. I'm like, yeah, I'm interested in it. So, you know, he was like, all right, well, give us your address and, you know, we'll mail out the check. And then once you get the check, you'll cash it. And then, you know, you go buy the stuff and you keep 10,000. So now I'm like, I'm rubbing my hand.
Birdman,
I'm rubbing
right?
my hands like Birdman, right? I'm like this here. And then I'm like, okay, I can't wait till that check come in. Boy, I'm gonna be, ooh. I'm like, ooh. You know, you like that. I'm gonna get it, boy. I say, I ain't gonna buy none of this shit that they
So
need.
what? You had to give them your bank account or something?
Nah, so I'm like, and that's the reason why I kind of trusted too, because they was like, we're gonna send you a check,
Okay.
and if you cash it, then send us the money, right? So maybe like 2 weeks later, check come in the mail. Dog, when I tell you this check
they
look
send
like,
an actual
literally the
check.
actual check. This check looks so damn legit, you know. So damn legit, man. I'm like, ooh, I just signed the back of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because
So you put it in your bank account or your mom's bank account?
Nah, I didn't put it in nobody's bank account.
So you,
I
okay.
went to the actual bank that was on the check, right?
So it was the actual bank.
It was the actual bank that was on the check. So
Was it Bank of America?
Nah, it was one of them like
them little banks?
Yeah, it was like a little bank, like a Mersal or something like that. Something like it was it's the only bank that's be in Florida too, right? So I go to the bank, and I'm going with one of my boys.
And it was for 10 grand.
Now that shit was for 50,000. Shit was 50,000, dog. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm saying, man.
They probably called the cops immediately when y'all walked in with the lady probably looked at 50,000 check.
I think
with
I'm
the
up.
17-year-old. They're like,
man,
hold on, let me press the emergency button.
Hey, I think
you going to jail.
Hey, I think I'm up, dog.
Wait, so what did it say on the check? Like,
had my name on there, everything. It was like 50,000. It said what it was for.
What was
and
it
who
for?
It was from, and like the secret shopper and stuff like that. And it was like, it was like, hey, deposit it. But see, what I think they wanted me to do was
whose name was on the check? Like
some
the sender?
company, like some company that they had. You know what I'm saying? And like Savvy Shopper or something like that, like the company or. And it was like, so what I think they was expecting me to do was. But I get to that. What I think they was expecting me to do. But let me finish up where I was at. So I'm in. I go to the bank with my boy, and bank was only like 5 minutes away from the house. I didn't even know that. So I pull up there. I done signed the back of the check. I go up to the teller. I'm nervous, anyways. Like I'm already nervous because I'm like, bro, I don't really know if this check for real, but I wanna try to check it out, right? I want to try to check it out. I'm like, all right. Let me go up here. So I'm like, I go up to the lady.
So you were just going to cash it, not even deposit.
Right. I was going to cash the check, right? So I go up there and I ain't even know nothing about it. And the lady could tell like I'm kind of green anyways. She was like, oh, she looked at the check. She was like, oh, that's a mighty large check. Do you have an account with us? I'm like, nah, I don't have an account here. I was like, I do have an account because I think I had an account with Chase at the time. I was like, I do have an account with Chase, but, I kind of wanted to just cash the check because, somebody sent me the check for me to buy them some stuff. And I was like, I got to buy them this stuff and take my cut out of it, right? And she was like, oh, okay. All right, well, she was like, since it's over $10,000, we have to call the company and verify the check number, right? And everything like that. They call it, they send you back a verification, and then, the check is good to go. So the lady ran the check through, nothing happened. She ran the check through the little machine, nothing happened again, and then she was like, all right, well, I'm going to start to call them now to see if we can cash the check for you, right? So she go to calling them. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happening.
How do they know the number of the company?
Because all the numbers and stuff was on it. Like, I'm telling you, like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anytime you cash a check over, like, I think it's 10,000. Anytime or it may even be less now, but I know at that time she told me it was 10,000, and like I saw other checks to where like they put a number on there, and then you got to enter a code for it to verify the check. So she was trying to do all that. None of that worked, right? So whole time. She running through all that. She walked to the back. She talking to somebody, right? And I guess a person in the back told them that the check ain't real. You right? So they called the cops. You know what I'm saying? They called the cops on me. You going to jail? Yeah, they called the cops on me. So they called the cops on me, and the lady came back, and I guess the lady kind of knew like I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
So like they didn't really want to like do nothing about it.
Yeah.
But the lady, she gave me the check back, and she was like,
they're not allowed to give you the check back. They're supposed to keep it.
So she gave me the check back, and she was like, what she said? She was like, this check, it isn't real. Like, you can't cash it. She was like, where did you get it from? I was like, oh, it's somebody. I thought I signed up for this thing called Secret Shopper, and they sent the check to my house, and it was like through an email, and it said it was a company from Africa. And that's when she looked. Like, she looked at it. She was like,
"Dumb as hell."
She was like, "You stupid, you dumb as hell." God damn, I like it. Man, And I was just like that. And then the cops came in. She was like, "Yeah, because we thought like you were trying to like do like check fraud."
That's basically what you were doing.
Right. Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, we thought like you made the check and like you were trying to cash it." I was like. And then that's when I got real.
Well, they could have assumed that.
That's why I was like, I got real scared.
You have no proof saying that you didn't make it. So
right.
I mean, they could pretty much run with that. Like, oh, you brought this fake check. You probably made it.
Right.
And you going to jail.
Right. And that's how it was, because then the cops came in, and I just told the cop, I'm like scared now,
Yeah.
right? And I ain't,
what about I could just imagine your friend. He's like, damn, I should have stayed home. Like, fucking with this dude.
But because he was waiting outside, so he ain't even really know.
Okay,
he ain't really even knew what was going on. Because I'm like, because I told him, I was like, bro, it'll look kind of weird, both of us walking here with like $50,000 check. Yeah. So I just told him to wait outside.
That boy, imagine if he would have drove off. He would be like, oh, hell no, the cops is pulling up.
Nah, he seen the cop pull up, but he ain't know nothing because it's a bank. You think a cop going to the bank or whatever. So the cop came in there and he like, man, you know what's going on here? And the lady was telling him, oh, I'm not sure if, he has anything to do with it, but he's saying that he got this check from, somebody overseas. The check is not real. It's a fake check.
Yeah. And,
it could be potentially check fraud. And the cop looked at me. I'm like, look, man, I just told the cop, like, man, and this is what I literally said to him. I was like, I'm not even smart enough to do something like this. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I'm like, I don't have that type of smarts, and I don't have the balls to come in here. And I was like, $50,000. Like, man, only reason why I can't to cash it is I'm like, bro, this is the largest amount of zeros I ever seen in my life. Yeah. And the cop kind of laughed. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, look, man, I don't know what's going on here. I'll show you the emails of what happened. And at the time, we ain't had I had a phone, but I ain't have nothing where I could show the emails on my phone.
Right.
And I was just like, I'll show you guys the emails or whatever. You let me log into a computer. I'll show you the emails just to let you know, that's what happened. And the cop was cool because he was like, you not the first person that this happened to.
At this bank.
Not at this specific bank, but he said, like, we have been seeing cases of people getting checks. And they were saying it's secret shopper. And he was like, this ain't the first time it's happened to you. So I know why. I could see that you telling me the truth, right?
Right.
He was like, that's the only reason why, we gonna let it go. I'm gonna take the check. Because he took the check.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, look, man, don't do anything online unless, like, you legitly, like, the person on the other line, right? Right. And he was like, you young. This could have went, kind of gave me the whole speed. This could have went on your record. You could have went to jail. And he was like, you just don't know. So he was like, you can't trust anything online. And
that's why I'm grateful for my trust issues, because I don't be believing anything. Like, I could really be probably getting some money one day, and I won't believe it, and I probably won't take because I'll think it's a scam. Right. Like, so I'll think it's a scam.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what I was like. I was like, man, you gotta.
That's scary. That's never happened to me.
But I still do it again.
I believe it.
I still do it.
Hey, I remember that
willing
happened.
To risk it, dog.
I remember that happened to my friend.
Yeah.
And he it was something like that, and they were like, oh, if you go to the bank, and I think it had to do with a check. I don't remember. It was like, deposit this check.
Yeah.
And take out this amount. You're going to keep this amount, and the other half goes to me, or whatever. Right, it was something like that. Yeah. So he had to deposit some of the money, transfer the other to them, and then he got to keep a certain amount. Right. And they were like, oh, we need your bank account, blah, blah, something like that, right?
Right.
And long story short, they ended up clearing out his account. He was so mad.
I think that's...
But when he told me, I was like, bro, that sounds sketchy. Like, don't do it.
Nah, I think they were trying to get me to deposit it versus
I think it was something
cashing it. You know what I'm saying? I think they were trying to get me to deposit it to see if it worked.
Yeah.
And then if
it
like,
worked, oh, transfer.
Yeah, like give them the money or whatever the case may be. They were trying to get me to deposit that joint, but I went to go cash it.
When he told me, that shit was so funny. I was like, bro, that sounds like a scam. Like, don't do it. That shit sounds sketchy. But I think at that time he was... I don't know.
When you broke, dog. Like,
he really needed it, I guess. And I'm like, bro, don't do it. Like, that sounds sketchy. And then, of course, shit, he ain't fucking listen to me.
Yeah.
And then he called me back. He was like, shit, they cleared out my account. I was like, damn. Like, what did you expect? Like, that shit sounded weird, first of all. And he was just trying to, I mean, he was
right. You trying to just come up. You trying to bubble up, man. Trying to bubble up. I get it.
boy was in the negative after that. They didn't clear this shit out.
Yeah, they cleared this shit out.
That shit was so funny after that.
Yeah, so I ain't never get hit with one of those. Like somebody clearing out my account or nothing.
I don't think I've ever fell for anything like that where go deposit this but people have stolen my credit card information before.
Oh yeah, that shit happen
and
all
cleared
the time,
out my
man.
account several times.
That shit happen all the time. You gotta stop.
And I don't know why. Like I was just clumsy with I would always lose my wallet, my freaking purse. Like
you gotta stop putting your cards in the gas thing, man.
I think it was from the gas things. And
I remember I did that. I did that one day at this Valero, and like literally, like not even like 10 minutes later.
How that works.
Not even 10 minutes later, motherfuckers were charging my card.
But I don't understand how, because, okay, if I go to the gas tank thing, I do my card.
They got a fake slot in there.
Oh, you're talking about when you go inside and put the card in?
No, not inside. Inside is good.
Because outside.
You do it on the outside, you do the slot.
When I just do the little, or put it in the slot, I put my gas, I finish, I put it back, it says thank you. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, it's done.
Nah, they reading it from the card reader.
Oh, okay.
They got a dummy card reader there.
So do you think it's different now that everything's on the phone and I'm just like scanning my phone on there? Can they still?
They might still got away. I'm pretty sure.
Because I remember people stolen my credit cards or my credit card info, cleared out my account several times. I mean, wasn't shit in there like that, but the little bit I had, they took it. I remember one time. You remember that one time you gave me money to go buy the kids' school uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
It was like $400 in cash. It was like $300 or $400.
And you left it in the bathroom.
Why did you give me cash first? I don't remember why I had cash.
Because something was always going on with your bank account.
Right. Yeah. People was always stealing my money. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah. So I was scared to put the money on my account. I'm like, no, something's going to happen. I'm scared. So you gave me the cash. And this is the time when I had a wallet. Like I would just carry around a wallet.
Right.
And so I went to Walmart. And I remember I was like, let me go to the bathroom first. I know I'm about to be in this bitch a long time. Yeah. So went to the bathroom first. And me being an idiot, I put my wallet on the side, like on top of the toilet paper thing.
Right.
I used the bathroom. I went out, and I guess I forgot the wallet in there. So
you forgot the wallet in there.
Yeah, I forgot the wallet in there.
You was out of there.
And when I went out, after I washed my hands, I went out, and literally I grabbed my cart and walked maybe like, I don't know how far, but I think it was within 5 minutes. I realized like, oh shit, where's my wallet? And immediately I already knew. I was like, that shit's gone. I didn't even think that it was going to still be there. I already knew that it was gone. Yeah. So I ran back in the bathroom. It was gone. Yeah. I went to customer service and I'm like, did anyone find a wallet? The lady was like, oh yeah, we did find a wallet. Somebody brought it in here, whatever. I took the wallet and I opened it. It was empty.
All the money gone.
$400 was gone. I immediately started crying because I'm like, it's not believable. I was like, you're not going to believe me. Like, right. How did so many bad things happen to somebody? Right. So I was just crying because I was like, damn, I don't even want to call you and tell you because you ain't even going to believe it. Right. Like, it's just stupid that it's not believable. Right. So I was crying and I'm like telling them like, okay, can we see the cameras? Like it's literally happened like 5 minutes ago, like less than 5 minutes. Right. Like I had a lot of money in here.
She ran out of the store.
Yeah, they left. Oh, yeah. They was probably they probably shopped and everything, got the fuck up out of there. Right. Like, so I asked them, oh, can I see the cameras so we can see who turned in the wallet? Mm-hmm. And for some reason they were like, no, we don't see anything. We can't show it to you. We can go look. And they're like, no, we can't see anything. It probably
was somebody from Walmart.
I was like, shit, it was one of y'all then, because now that I've worked there, now I know y'all can look at the fucking cameras. Y'all can see everything. I mean, there's no cameras in the bathroom. Right. But you can see who's walking in and out of the bathroom. Right. And you can see who the fuck walked into customer service to pass y'all the wallet. Right. So.
It was one of them.
And I was just crying so much that I didn't even want to deal with it. I was like, all right. I just left it at that and I just walked out. And they were like, oh, do you want to make a police report? For what? Y'all ain't going to find my shit. Y'all ain't going to find nobody. Right.
It's y'all ain't going to do shit. Yeah.
Like, what? Why am I gonna waste my time and do a police report? Y'all ain't gonna do shit. I'm not gonna get my money back. I just want to go home.
Right.
So I literally sat in the car for maybe 20 minutes, just crying hysterically, and just trying to figure out how I was gonna call you to tell you.
Right.
So I was like, you're gonna yell at me? You're gonna be mad? I was just like, bro, that was like the worst day.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does this always happen to me? Like, I don't understand why.
Yeah, you be forgetting, man. You be forgetting.
And then that was literally the last day I've ever used a wallet.
Yeah.
I never used a wallet ever again after that.
Yeah.
Now everything I have, has to like be on me, like
Right.
strapped on me, so I don't forget it.
That's
But I remember I called you, and I told you, and you wasn't even mad. Like, you were just like, oh, well, what are we going to do about it? And I was, like, so confused. And I feel like I was more scared at that because I'm like, okay, you didn't yell at me or anything. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, that just made me more scared.
Right.
Because I'm like, why are you not upset? And you're just like, what can we do? Like, I mean, wherever it went,
Bro,
you were like, oh, whatever happened to it, somebody else must have needed it more. And I was like, what? we need it. Like, what? How are we gonna buy these uniforms? Like, we need it.
Right. Somebody needed more than we did, dog.
And I'm like, I was just so confused. And I was like, I just want to go home. Like,
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I tell you about my childhood. Like, I took so many L's, bro. Like, L's don't even, like, I don't even feel like, it just be like, all right, shit, next thing. Let's move on, dog. Already took
that was shocking. Because I feel like I was upset for weeks from that. Like, I was just traumatized from that.
Nah, I mean, hey, I can tell you about this time. Like, only time I was ever mad about, like, losing money, because I used to lose money all the time, like, when I was in, like, high school and middle school, because my mom used to send us money, and my grandma, she'll just give it to us. So my mom was saying, like, save me, like, $100 for, like, the month, or whatever the case may be. And, like, then, like, my grandma, she don't, like, give it to you, like, oh, $20 a week or $25 a week.
Here's the whole 100.
Here's the whole $100.
Last you 1 week.
Right? I'm like, all right, cool.
Last you 2 days.
So I get $100. Nah, I mean, I used to, divvy it out through the week because I didn't really buy much like that. I always been that way. I just never bought a lot of things. But I remember this one time, like, I lost $100. So now I got to go, like, a whole fucking month without, like, no money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, where the hell did I put this $100 at? Because it was a $100 bill, right? And I'm searching everywhere. Like, I'm looking everywhere in the house, in my room. Shit, I'm even digging in, like, my shoes and shit to see if I stuff it in there. I'm flipping open all my socks because I used to put stuff money in my socks and stuff like that. And I'm like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Where the hell this $100 at, right? And, I couldn't find it nowhere. Couldn't find it nowhere. So I literally went the whole month.
Broke.
Just broke. I was just struggling. My grandma asked, you eat something? Yeah.
Ate this wish sandwich. I wish I had a sandwich. Wish I had some bread.
I wish I had some. Yeah, so I'm just like, damn, bro.
So you would say yes, you did.
Yeah, I say yeah, I ate. Because I lost so much money, I didn't want to tell them, like, I lost another bit.
Yeah,
another $100. Because, like I said, I used to get $100.
Yeah.
Shit, fuck around and for the whole month and lose like $40. Call my mama, I lost $40.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right? And then, but then this is when I was this around the time when we was like playing Madden and shit at people's house. So I'm like, all right, man, I know I could scrape up like $5 and bet on the game and shit like that at the house back. You know what I'm saying? But that got closer to the end of the month.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, the end of the month, I'm gonna try to bounce back off these cats. You know what I'm saying? So I went the whole month struggling, right? So get the next $100 for the next month, right? And then so 1 week went past. I spent like 20, maybe $30, right? So my grandma was like, I bought washing powder for you to wash your stuff, right? So I go to washing my clothes, start to wash my sheets and shit like that. I pull my pillowcase off. How about this fucking $100 in my damn pillowcase?
So you didn't even remember.
Bro, I didn't even remember it. And then when I thought about it, my grandma gave it. She woke me up and gave it to me while I was sleeping. And my dumb ass stuck the shit in the pillowcase. You know what I'm saying? So the whole fucking month, the $100, I ain't even washed my fucking sheets the whole month. You know what I'm saying? The whole damn month, the fucking $100 was in the pillowcase, dog. I was so mad when I found that shit. I said, "You motherfucker!" Dog. And then I remember, well, shit, these some $100 up.
Right.
The struggle was over, dog. So now I'm double. You know what I'm saying? Took that money, dog, and flipped that over there some Madden games, dog. Came out the week 300, dog. I'm up, dog. But nah, that was crazy. I used to lose money all the time. So
I feel like that's why I'm so bad with money, I guess, now. Like, because so many bad things. Like, I would lose money all the time. Like, money would get stolen from me. Like, my credit cards would get, like, like. So I feel like now I'm just scared. I'm just scared to have money at any time. Like, so I'm just scared. So I have to spend it. Yeah, I just spend it before that shit get stolen.
Don't steal your shit, dog.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying.
yeah. Nah, that's how that should be, dog. But it be but yeah, lost a lot of money, dog. So.
But I'm just glad I ain't lose it in a like scam way where someone try to scam me.
Oh yeah. Nah, ain't nobody never got me like that though. You know, shout out to them cats that, you know, shout out to the cats that's doing the getting and the cats that's getting got. I hope all y'all, you know what I'm saying, feel better because it's rough, man. It's rough.
They getting better with the scams.
Hey, before we get out of here, right? I had this one story that I heard this dude talk about. I don't know what podcast it was on, but shout out to you if this run across you and you get to hear this. So he was talking about, it may not even be a podcast, but it may have been like a YouTube show. But basically, he was like, he was saving up some money to buy like a camera to start YouTube. Mm-hmm. And he was just saving and saving. And he finally found somebody that was selling this camera online on Facebook Marketplace, right? Mm-hmm. So he was like, he looked at the pictures of the camera, he like, okay, yeah, that's the camera that I want. So he was like, he messaged the dude told him, you know, they agreed on a certain price. I think it was like, maybe like $400. Mm-hmm. And, you know, before he gave the dude the $400, like he clicked on his profile, he like added him as a friend, started to look like at his friends list, made sure like, you know, it was a real account. And then started looking like, oh, okay, well, that's his brother. Looked at his brother account. That's his sister. Okay. So he did his whole due diligence. Looked at the mom, grandma, everybody. Yeah, like he was looking at him before he sent him this money, right? Mm-hmm. So the dude.
So he sent him the money before he got the camera?
So.
Bless you.
Thank you. So, yeah, so in order to. So what happens is like. What he did was. He told the dude to send him the camera, so the dude sent a tracking number, right?
Oh, he was in a different state.
Yeah. So he was in a different state. No, so he asked the dude. He was like, all right, well, you send it, I'm gonna send you the money, right? So the dude sent the tracking info to him, and then he sent him the money, right? So he like, okay, well, camera coming, right? So in like a week, it said the camera's gonna come. So cool. He like,
and how much was it?
It was like 400. It was like 400 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, well, yeah, the camera's coming. So he just waiting on the camera. Shit say like a week, right? So he come back, check it again. You know what I'm saying?
No tracking found.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like literally, it's like no tracking found for this package. And he was like, damn, what happened? So he messaged the dude back, and the dude was like, yeah, I sent it. It's a tracking number, right? So the dude gave him another tracking number, right? And then he was like, oh, this ain't the same tracking number that you gave me or whatever. And he was like, all right, cool. So anyways, this one was tracking to his house. Mm-hmm. So he tracking. About a week later, box came to his house, right? Box came to his house. He opened it up. No fucking camera in there.
It was just an empty box?
Just like a empty box stuffed with shit in it, like newspaper and shit like that, right? So now this nigga's like screaming hot, right? So he like, and he was so mad at himself because he was like, bro, I did my due diligence. Like I checked like everything. I made sure like this wasn't like his first post. Mm-hmm. I made sure like he was like, you know, he was active on Facebook.
Mm.
I checked like all his family members. Like for somebody to put together all this
But they
shit
can
to
still
get,
do that.
I mean, you could do that, but he was like, for somebody to do all this shit and put it,
They
I
got
mean,
time to
they
do
got
it.
time at just for $400. He was like,
Yeah, but imagine how many people are sending me $400.
right,
Imagine.
and that's what I'm saying. And then that means you made a brother account, sister account, grandma.
Yeah,
account.
literally made a whole
listen,
fake family.
and you posting on all these accounts. Like it's like active to make it look like, you know
like
what I'm
catfish.
saying? Yeah. Like they making it look like that. So he was like, he was pissed at the dude, right? So
Did he message him?
He messaged dude. He was like, hey man. He was like, man, you scammed me. Like I've been saving so hard for that money, man. Like I really need that money, or I really need the camera. Like I'm trying to get something done. And I really, really need it. Like if you can just send me the money back, like everything will be cool. I won't say nothing. He was like, you can rip somebody else off, but I really, really need the money, right? And then the dude respond back. Dude was like, man, I'm like truly sorry, but like I really need the money. Like he was like, I think in like India or something like that. He was like, I really need the money to like go to school, like go to college. And then I want to come to the United States or come to Canada, I think he was trying to get to, so I could finish school. And he was like, I really need the money to pay for this. And I do apologize. I'm sorry. I don't mean to scam people, but like, this like the only way that I can make some money to pay for schooling and stuff like that. Right. So the dude was like still mad and shit like that, right?
Yeah, shit.
So
I'd be mad too. I'd feel like that's a lie too. You're probably lying about
mad
that
and shit, right? So you still texting, he like mad. He like, God damn, like, but you know, he was basically just explaining his situation more.
Yeah.
And then the dude, you know, so they was going back and forth about it. And then the dude was like, man, you know what? If it's going to really help you to go to school, all right, that's cool, right? And then they added, like, he shared, like, his real profile with the dude.
Oh, wow.
The scammer shared the real profile with the dude, and he added him. And then also, like, on Instagram, they, like, followed each other, whatever the case may be. And he was like, after that, like, they became, like, friends. And shit
so
like
he was actually going to school, or was that a lie?
He was actually going to school and shit like that. And he was like, they talk every now and then, but he was like, that's the only one. And he talked about the story. He's like, that's the one time that he got scammed and kind of felt okay about it after the fact. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I ain't never had one of those.
I'd still be mad.
I ain't never had one of those situations.
Yeah.
Like, shit, niggas get me.
But it's like you said, someone probably needed the money more than we did at the time. So I guess sometimes that's true, but I feel like I need the money all the time. I feel like I needed it at that time. Yeah. And it got taken from me, but maybe someone else did need it more. I don't know.
Somebody need it, man. Somebody do need it, man. You just never know.
Yeah.
Never know what situation they in. Yeah. Could be worse than a lot worse than ours.
True. That's true.
Because that's the only thing. Because I'm like this, right? And the reason why I say that, to end it like that, it's like, think about it. If you got a shitload of money and you find somebody with a wallet full of money, you're not going to take the money. You're like, I already got money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I already got a whole bunch of money. Now, if I'm like, shit, my light bill past due, and I find a wallet full of money or whatever the case may be, somebody, you know, that person will take it or whatever. I mean, me personally, I still give it back. Like, I ain't gonna take nobody money. But somebody might be struggling, might be like, all right, well, shit, I came up. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. They be like, thank you, God. I'm
right.
Like,
God's blessing me today.
God's blessing me today with somebody else's money. I'm like, hey, it be like that sometimes, though. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But, I mean, if we could just be better in the world, man, you know, just be better in the world. And, like, you know, you find something that don't belong to you, give it back. You never know what that person might give you for giving it back. Or they might not give you nothing, but just do it because it's the best thing. It's the
right thing to do.
Right. It's the best thing to do, right thing to do. And, you know, your blessings will come to you. Yeah.
Eventually.
Right. And that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Wrap it up then. Wrap it up then. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.